All right, today's video is on multiplying integers. Essential question: when is the product of two or more integers a positive number? Let's get started with a couple of word problems so you can kind of see how we would apply this stuff. So a skydiver descends at a rate of 16 feet per second during a free fall. My question to you is, how far is it going to travel in 1 second? Well, we already know that it's 16 feet. How about 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds? That's what I want to know next. If I show you here, after 2 seconds, it's negative 32. After 3 seconds, negative 48, and so on and so forth until I get to my 5-second mark, right? And we can do repeated addition to get there, or we can find another way to get there as well. It should be 80 feet after 5 seconds of free fall. My next question to you would be what to write a numerical expression to represent the skydiver's position after 5 seconds. How could you show this in a numerical expression? Well, we know that we dropped 16 feet per second, okay? And I know I'm dropping in 5 seconds. So if I multiply those two together, I get negative 80 feet. If I ask you for a variable expression, it just means that, hey, look, I already know that I'm dropping 16 feet a second, but I don't know for how long. And so that would be a variable expression. And you would just tell me that, hey, let x equal the number of seconds that you're following. Okay? So remember, anytime you use a variable, you should use the word let and let the reader know exactly what the variable stands for. Here's another example. James burns 650 calories when he runs for an hour. Write a multiplication expression to find the total calories burned in 4 hours. Pause the video, try it out just like we did before, except this one is for James running. Okay, so this would be the numerical expression, negative 650, because you're burning those calories for 4 hours. Times them together and you get negative 2,600 calories. Okay, if I wanted a variable expression, that means that I don't know the number of hours. You could just replace that with a variable. You say, okay, look, I'm going to replace it with h. So whenever you find out what h is, you can plug it in and times it. And of course, I have to say, hey, let h equal the number of hours running. That'll give you a total calories. Let's do one more example. So let's assume I rented a video at Redbox, right? And there was a late charge of $1.50 a day. And I got busy and I forgot to return the movie. I was 3 days late. Could you write a multiplication expression to find the total charge? Pause the video, try it out yourself, and then come back and see if you got it. All right, so here would be negative $1.50. So you're paying this late charge, so I'm losing this money. For 3 days means I'm going to have to pay $4.50. Okay, if they ask for a variable expression, you say, look, I know that the charge is $1.50, and I don't know how many days I'm going to be late, but that would be your how to find that out. And so you just say, hey, let D equal the number of late days. And you can be more descriptive if you need to, but that's basically to give the reader an understanding what the variable stands for. So now let's go over the key concept, okay? So multiplying integers with different signs says the following. The product of two integers with different signs is negative. Multiply a positive times a negative, it's negative, or negative times a positive, negative. So if the signs are different, your sign will be negative. Think about it. 4 times negative 3. That's like negative 3 repeated addition. That's 4 groups of negative 3. So you start negative 3, negative 3, negative 3, negative 3 again. So that would bring you to negative 12. So think of it that way. You got a positive times a negative is going to end you up with a negative value. All right, take a moment to try these 4 problems out. Okay, copy them down in your notes, try them out, pause the video, and see if you get the same thing I get. Did you get, let's see, for number 1, it should be negative 40. For number 2, negative 18. The other ones, 1 and 2, is negative 40 and negative 24. Again, all of these had different signs, so when you multiplied, you should have come up with a negative product. Your second key concept is about multiplying integers with the same signs. Product of two integers with the same sign is positive. So this you remember from elementary school, 2 times 5 is 10. Right? They're both positives. 2 groups of 5 is just 10. But over here, if I'm taking away 10 groups of negative 3, you have to remember about the 0 pair, you're going to be left with all the positives. So a negative times a negative is positive. Take a moment and try your hand out at these 3 problems here. Pause the video and then check to see your solution. All right, so the first one, two negatives. A negative times a negative is a positive value. Get that one. Now this one, negative 3 squared, that's just negative 3 times itself. There you see two negatives, so your answer is a positive value. Now here's the tricky one. You got a negative times another negative. So what I did is I went ahead and multiplied the first two first. Negative 3, negative 4 is 12. And then I have to remember to multiply another negative 2. So positive times a negative brings it back to a negative value. If you didn't quite get that, go and try 3 more problems out. Pause the video, and these are the last 3 that we'll be doing for this lesson. And here we go. We've got negative 10 times negative 8. Both are negatives, so you're going to come up with a positive value. Negative 6 squared, that's just negative 6 times itself. Two of them. Two negatives gives you a positive. And then this last one, there's 3 negatives. So we notice, hey, wait a minute, my answer is going to be negative. Negative times a negative gives us a positive, and then we have to multiply by the last term that we've got here. So negative 3 times that is going to give you negative 100. If you have other questions, please make sure you come to class ready with those so I can help.